Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be continuing into part 6 of What If Bulma Wished for a Boyfriend. If you haven't seen part 5, there is a title card where you can go check it out and see what happened in the last part. But today we'll be going into the Saiyan saga. What will Raditz do once he gets on Earth? How will he react once he sees Vegeta? And most importantly, what has he been up to ever since Vegeta's disappearance? Also, I'm on a Discord server for anyone who wants to join and talk more about Dragon Ball with me and other viewers. Maybe get us some of your own ideas of what ifs, and maybe in the future I could do them. Check the link in the description down below. For today's question of the video, is from Retro Skeleton 891. If you were put into the Dragon Ball universe and you had to fight one of the Z fighters to get back home, who are you fighting? And the funny thing is, someone commented down future Goku 6 months before the androids. And that's just pretty funny, just trying to beat up someone who's dying of a heart virus. But for me, my choice would be Chaozu. Hopefully Dragon Ball Chaozu. Just give him like a simple math problem and then you just deck him out and then boom, I win. But yeah, thank you so much for the question. I like this question because it's a little fun one, a little entertaining. And yeah, so thank you so much for the comment. And if you want your comment to be featured in the next video, just comment down any question you would like for me to answer, and possibly your comment will be featured in my next video. Without further ado, let's dive into part 6 of What If Bulma Wished for a Boyfriend. During one day while everyone is hanging around Capsule Corp, they all sense a new power level as Kami would warn everyone that someone is arriving on Earth in a spaceship. Instantly, Vegeta grows worried as he tells Goku to follow him, as the rest need to stay in case of anything going wrong. They would fly to where the spaceship would crash, and once they saw the ship, Vegeta would know who it is with having similar ki. Raditz would come out of the spaceship, and once he sees his younger brother, he smiles. But then he spots Vegeta. He gets a shocked but also very angry expression as he would rush over and strike Vegeta, but Vegeta manages to block it easily. Goku is confused and asks what is going on. Vegeta would tell Goku that this is his older brother, and they used to work together before he was transported here with the Dragon Balls. Raditz is confused and tells him to explain, as Vegeta would tell him about the Dragon Balls and how someone wished for him to be teleported here, as he would then ask what had happened to him and Nappa after he was taken. Raditz's body shakes a little, as if he was traumatized with all he had experienced. He explains that once Vegeta disappeared, as that left Nappa and Raditz shocked, and they couldn't find him anywhere on the planet. Once he returned back to Frieza to give him the news, he was furious that Vegeta just disappeared, and also he didn't really believe them, and out of anger, he would shoot a death beam killing Nappa, since it was his job to look after the young Vegeta. And without Vegeta, he probably wouldn't do well with listening to Frieza. He looks at the young Raditz as fear striking his eyes, as Frieza likes this, saying he would keep him alive for now, since he would listen to Frieza. But he warns Raditz that he is quite weak, and if Raditz doesn't grow stronger and prove himself to be useful to him, then he would just kill him. This would have an everlasting fear on Raditz's mind throughout his time growing up. With being forced to grow stronger, he would have to be more brutal in his future missions rather than be smart, as the only way he could think that he can grow stronger is through Zenkais. He would travel to many planets to conquer it, and many times he almost faced death. With all the fighting he has gone through, with this many years of going through life or death fights, he would grow insanely strong, as he is alone without being able to rely on Vegeta or Nappa. By the time he decides to go to Earth to get Goku, his base power level is at 90,000. He grew past most of Frieza's underlings, only being weaker than Captain Ginyu. He would have become Frieza's new right-hand man, as he was very loyal to him, mainly because of the fact that he was terrified of him, but he would notify Frieza about his brother and how he could be useful to him if he can bring him in. Frieza would allow this, but also tell him to return swiftly, as now we are in the present. Hearing about everything Raditz has been through and how Nappa got killed, Vegeta feels a little bit of regret not trying to return back sooner to his crew. After having Trunks, he grew the need to protect his family and this planet, as this was his new home. Goku goes to Raditz saying if he really is his brother, then he could stay on planet with them and be away from Frieza. Raditz would say that Frieza would show up, as he does know where he is, as Vegeta just smirks, powering up into the Super Saiyan form, and with this, Raditz's scatter breaks, as he is shocked to see Vegeta in the Super Saiyan form. Vegeta then tells Raditz that with all three of them together, Frieza wouldn't stand a chance. Fear fills Raditz's body as he doesn't know what to say. He lived most of his life working under Frieza and being loyal to him because he was afraid of him. He remembers all the struggles he has been through, and how sometimes he thought death would be better than going through all that he went through, as he touches the many scars all over his body. But Goku taps him on the shoulder, promising him that he is safe here, and they will take out Frieza together. Raditz somewhat calms down and goes with the two fellow Saiyans, as he is introduced to their families and friends. They are all shocked that there is another Saiyan, and technically now their family is bigger, with Gohan and Trunks having an uncle. To Yamcha and Krillin, they are surprised that they are stronger than this Saiyan, but would think soon that he would surpass them as well. Bulma would ask Vegeta if there are any other Saiyans out there, and with Raditz coming for his brother, This will make Vegeta remember about his younger brother Tarble. Bulma would say that they should use the Dragon Balls to wish for all the remaining Saiyans to be brought here, and Vegeta would think that would be a good idea, as then they could have more people to face off Frieza. They would collect the Dragon Balls to wish for every living Saiyan to be transported to them. With that wish made, 3 Saiyans are teleported to Earth: Vegeta's younger brother Tarble, Paragus, and Broly. They are confused about what just happened, and Vegeta would come up and explain everything to them. Paragus would soon realize that Vegeta is the son of King Vegeta, and would instantly send Broly to attack Vegeta. Vegeta powers up into his Super Saiyan form and would grab a hold of Broly and knock him out in one blow. Note, this Broly is a lot younger than when Goku and Vegeta originally met him, so this Broly is a lot weaker, and the fact that Goku and Vegeta have been training together for much longer in this timeline. Vegeta would demand Paragus to explain himself, as Paragus stands there in shock, looking at the legendary Super Saiyan, and would tell Vegeta what had happened to him and his son because of his father. Vegeta would understand, but explain that he has his own family now, and that he is nothing like his father. He explains how he brought them all here so they can prepare to take over Frieza. Now Paragus is smart, as he knows that right now he or Broly cannot take down Vegeta just yet, as he would play on for now until the right moment comes up, as even if he was the Super Saiyan, he believes that his son can surpass him in strength in the future. So after explaining their plan and having only a year before Frieza would arrive on Earth, so they begin their training soon. With all that said, everyone will begin training together, with even Goku and Vegeta's sons joining in on the training. Even though they are training for a big threat, since Vegeta is more like Goku here, there will be some days where they would relax like Goku did in the Cell games. Raditz would spend some time with Goku and his family as he's adjusting to this new lifestyle, as for the first time he feels safe and not on edge the entire time. He was glad that their parents sent Goku away from the destruction of their planet, as he built a nice life for himself. Raditz would tell Goku and his family stories about their father and how he was a great warrior, and the big fact that Goku looks like a spitting image of him. The same would go for Tarble meeting Vegeta's family, as Tarble was happy seeing his brother having a family and how well he treats them. Bulma would allow Paragus and Broly to stay at Capsule Corp and would give them everything they need. It would be hard for them to settle in, but it was far greater than their living standards on planet Vampa. Throughout the year, Vegeta would slowly start to talk to Paragus and try to convince him that he isn't his father, and basically with how Goku would normally convert his former enemies into allies, Vegeta here would do so as well. Paragus would slowly begin to start to trust Vegeta, and his hunger for vengeance would disappear more and more. The Saiyans, training together, would actually form a strong bond with each other. They are surprised to learn about the hybrid Saiyans and how much potential they all have. However, slowly the humans begin to be left behind, as they were struggling to keep up with the Saiyans, until one day Kami would call them over, telling them that there's a way for them to grow stronger and potentially keep up with the Saiyans. He would be able to pull some strings, and since it's for a good cause, he would be able to convince King Yama to allow both Krillin and Yamcha to go to King Kai for some training, even though they are both alive. Even though most likely they wouldn't be needed to help fight Frieza and his army, it would still be good for them to grow stronger in their own way away from the Saiyans. They would travel through Snake Way rather easily, and with 6 months remaining, they began their training under King Kai. With Paragus not really training to become stronger, he would help Bulma with her technology, as I have no doubt that he has a high intelligence, as he created the collar to keep Broly in control in the movie, and he would also have experience with alien tech that can boost Bulma's level of technology, as they would be able to create healing pods as the fighters can use to heal up rather than relying on sensu beans. Moving to the Saiyans, they all train together most of the time besides the short breaks they would take, as it would really benefit them. Goku would actually learn the Super Saiyan form, and with Vegeta, they would begin training to go through the different grades of Super Saiyan. They would also notice the potential of Broly, with the fact that the more they fight, the stronger he grows over time. Raditz would actually have to compete with the hybrid Saiyans, as their growth is impressive, and he is trying his best to keep up and even surpass them. Tarble isn't too big on being a fighter, but knowing what is going on, he does train with the others, but only strives to be as strong enough to be able to take on some of Frieza's strongest underlings rather than Frieza himself. With the surplus of strong training partners and the gravity chamber at their disposal, I wouldn't be surprised if they started to reach Android Saga levels of power. During some sparring matches, Goku and Vegeta would attempt to teach the others to obtain the Super Saiyan form, which they all struggled with, but the mistake they would have made was angering Broly, as he would tap into the Ikari form and started losing control. They would try to contain the fight, but Goku and Vegeta would have to bring the fight into the air, as together in their Super Saiyan form, they fight Broly. But even the other Saiyans and Half Saiyans would have to join in to help them out. With some luck and a lot of teamwork, they managed to knock out Broly out before he was growing too strong. After that fight, they know not to let Broly transform just yet, as that fight was way too close for them to lose, but they were quite surprised that he too had the Ikari form. They almost forgot about it after they attained the Super Saiyan form, so instead of teaching them the Super Saiyan form, they would teach them the Ikari form, as everyone still has their tails. With all that Raditz has gone through, he actually already knows how to control his Great Ape form, and he's the only one able to obtain the Ikari form at will. As the others, it could be a bit dangerous as they do not know how to control the Great Ape form, and for their sons, they are just far too young to try that just yet. Soon, the year would be over, so let's discuss power levels. Goku and Vegeta are at equal stats, both having a base power level of 50 million, with their Super Saiyan bringing them to 300 million, as they have up to grade 2 of Super Saiyan. Broly would be next as his base of 25 million, Raditz as a base of 5 million, with the Ikari form it would bring him up to 50 million. Trunks and Gohan, just like their fathers, are at equal standings, with both having a power level of 3 million. Finally, Turbo would be standing at a power level of 2 million, as once he decided that he was strong enough, he decided to slow down on the training and began enjoying life on Earth. Once the day arrives, all the Saiyans would wait at a wasteland for Frieza's arrival, as Raditz would ask about the Earthling fighters, but before he could get his answer, they sense Frieza's power level, but not just his, but his father's as well. And that's where we'll leave it up for now. Tell me how y'all think I did with the 6th part and how I did with the Saiyan saga. How will this fight go down? Will Frieza and his army have any chances, or will the Saiyans wipe the floor with them? What could have happened differently? Leave your thoughts down in the comments down below. I would love to hear them. If you're interested and enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be alerted whenever I post another part. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next part. See ya.